Hello and welcome to the RSGPodcast, episode 82?
I think. We never know what episode it is.
I could go back to the computer that we're recording this on that has all the episodes and look, but I'm tired.
Yeah, we just quickly give you the numbers and just like say this is just an episode name instead.
Yeah, we could do that.
Because we're never...
But we never come up with the episode names until after we do the episode.
After we do the episode, this is true.
Which is fine. We don't even have to really say episode whatever. We could just be like, welcome to the RSG Podcast.
Welcome to the RSG Podcast, Orphan Fights.
Orphan Fights, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and in case you're not familiar with what that is, then I would ask you if you watch TV or anything like that. I mean, it's been on the tube. But,
It's all over the internet.
Yeah.
Like all up on the internet.
Chances are, if you do listen to us, you also frequent Reddit, so I'm sure you've seen it there. Mm-hmm. But, so Orphan Fight for the Uninformed is Batman vs. Superman.
Yep.
Dropped, what, Friday?
Technically Thursday. Technically Thursday.
I wonder how much money it's made so far.
A bunch.
I think the last,
424 million worldwide.
Yeah.
Wow, so it's actually doing...
actually makes it number one worldwide for comic book movies. Actually made more than both Avengers movies and more than Deadpool opening weekend. Worldwide.
No, I couldn't.
But you can't get around that, though.
No,
I look at that and I say, how much of that's pre-sales? Like 250 million of that's pre-sales.
Money made is money made.
I understand. I'm saying pre-sales is different. Pre-sales doesn't mean that it was a good movie. Because everyone looks at it and says, it's a good movie because of how much money it made.
We'll have to see next week. We'll have to see next week.
Jurassic Park made more money too. Jurassic, whatever the new one was, Jurassic World made a bunch of money too. It was not a good movie.
Yeah. We'll see how much money it makes.
Right, like let me see the week 2 numbers. If it's still number 1, week 2, and week 3 that it's out, okay.
Well, we don't have to go into theories here as to whether or not it's a good movie.
Yeah, we actually saw it today.
Right,
we saw it today.
We have just
less than an hour. Yeah.
From seeing it. Yes.
So we decided to wait till Easter because early morning, not a lot of people there. We basically had the theater to ourselves for the most part.
Yeah, it was actually really nice.
Very empty.
Which is the new standard for movie watching, in my opinion. But so we're going to discuss a little bit about that. But before we do that, let's talk. Some news happened this week out of Georgia. Georgia's talking about passing an I don't know the actual term of the bill or what it's called, but I'm assuming anti-LGBT or...
The bill is that people can refuse service to gay people.
Yeah.
And lesbians and trans people.
Yeah. And they're trying to base it as a religious freedom act.
So they have completely...
So they can say...
Let's look up the definition of separation of church and state.
Okay.
It's unnecessary for the most part because I think it's fairly obvious. The problem here is that even the religions that they espouse to believe, 9 times out of 10, have nowhere in them does it say, hey, you should be an asshole to gay people.
Right.
At no point does it say that.
No.
Matter of fact, Jesus goes out of his way on several occasions in the Bible to tell you to not do that.
Yeah.
To be cool
to
with
be cool
everybody.
To everybody.
Hate the sin, love the sinner.
Right. He doesn't even tell you to hate the sin. He tells you to not do the sin.
I thought he says hate the sin, not the sinner.
I think that's a common translation or interpretation.
One of the 14,000 reprints of that.
Of what the Bible says. Okay. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. Like, people who go to church get a lot of interpretation as to what the Bible says without interpreting themselves or their own individual meaning to it.
Fair.
But, it's not even about him. It's about not doing the sin. Like, he agrees you shouldn't do shitty things. But he doesn't tell you to hate people who do it. He tells you to treat everyone the same because, it's God's job to punish. If someone needs punished for their sins, God's got it handled. He doesn't need your help.
Right.
See what we call omnipotent, man? You don't need your assistance in doing that on this world. He can get that shit. He can hold his shit. He got it.
Yeah.
He got it.
Anyway, point is that this Religious Freedom Act allows businesses to not serve anybody or to refuse service to anyone who is lesbian, gay, or trans.
Sounds an awful lot like the 50s.
Anyone who they don't want to serve. Which means that it can also be interpreted to say, I don't like black folk. I don't like Muslims. I don't like brown folk. I don't like whatever, you can't come to my
Right,
shop.
because there's no way to, like, without straight out asking somebody, are you gay?
Right.
Like, it's literally, I don't like you because you're different than me, so...
Yeah.
And they put it over this stupid umbrella of religious freedom, and it's having some serious repercussions for them.
Yeah.
Very serious repercussions.
Namely, a small little show called The Walking Dead. That I don't know if you've heard about it or not. It's doing quite well. It's been around for, 8 years now? 9 years. They have threatened to pull all production out of Georgia should this pass. And they're not the only ones.
No, Marvel, Disney is also, they shoot a lot
little
of
company
their
is
stuff.
called Disney. I mean,
Yeah,
Disney's...
Right.
They don't have a lot of money.
They don't have a lot of money,
They don't contribute
influence,
a lot of
right.
money. or
They're just
anything.
jumping on this because they need their name recognized.
Right, exactly. That's it. They're trying to get some press, that's all. But, yeah, they're trying to pull out there. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy is currently shooting in Atlanta, as we speak, and they're threatening to be like, we will stop it. If the governor signs this and it goes into law, we will stop production, we will move somewhere else.
Yep.
We will delay Guardians of the Galaxy by 6 months, a year, we don't care.
Come to Ohio.
We will do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're pulling all their stuff. There's, there's another big
There's
name.
some other big names that were doing it, too.
There's a ton of various production type setups in Georgia.
Yeah. Well, even the NFL is starting to pull the Atlanta Falcons franchise out of Atlanta and move them someplace else, put them in a different city,
Whoa.
to pull the whole franchise out, take them someplace else. That's what they threatened to do, and I believe they'll do it.
Oh, yeah, but they most certainly will do it.
They got LA wants franchises. They got all kinds of cities want franchises. They would have no problem at all moving that franchise someplace else, and that's a lot of jobs.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of
It's a ton of jobs.
But
They could
it'll be okay because those people will be allowed to not serve gay people or black folk if they don't like.
Well,
it.
it's a really tough call for this mayor because, because if you're going to be an asshole, this is a tough asshole call because you're like, oh, do I make people lose jobs or do I lose the support of other assholes who like me?
Yeah.
So he's kind of in a shitty position. He's trying to weigh what is going to hurt him more.
It's a tough spot for him because he wants to be reelected, right?
Yeah, sure.
Because he wants to continue doing his job because that's what he does, But, and the question is, who's going to come out to vote more and what's going to make more of an impression on is it the people who, the Christian conservatives who support this kind of bill, who are going to come out and vote more for him, or is it the people whose jobs he saved? Are they going to come out and vote for him?
I think at that point you just take the bullet and you keep the jobs. Because do you want Detroit?
I mean, you take the bullet and
I know nobody wants Detroit, but at the same time, that's essentially considering what's being pulled out. Yeah, because I'm sure there's tons of other little things too that aren't on the headlines and stuff like that are all you could tank your entire area just because you want people to like you.
Yeah.
You know what's going to stay though? The Masters.
The Masters.
They love their racism at the Masters.
Yeah.
The golf tournament.
Golf tournament, yeah.
Yeah.
You take the bullet and you keep the jobs because you shouldn't be an asshole.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be. Yeah, this shouldn't even be something you're thinking about. It's really amazing, actually, that it is.
The only thing good to come out of that is some of the cool, out of Detroit and all that after the tank, is some of the cool photos that you see of them. They're depressing photos, but they're really well done. And there's lots of amateur photographers that would like to cut their teeth on Georgia and Atlanta being decimated.
Yeah. It'd be fun. It would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
But, so, we'll follow that, and you guys should check it out. Read up on it.
Make your opinion known. There are places and things that you can sign and do.
Yeah.
It's all over the place, so,
Yeah, it's 2016 at this point, so that type of hatred, come on.
Yeah.
Well, it's unfortunately alive and well in 2016.
Yeah, and it's because ignorance is a lot.
Even more so than it was in 2015, I dare say.
I would agree with you on that.
It's become even more popular
due to recent
since
elections.
Since the Donnie,
yeah. Since the Trump Meister.
Old boy Trump.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Donnie's brought it back into force, into popularity. It's not more acceptable for you to be that way than it ever was.
I'm afraid I won't be able to speak my mind. That's how one of the biggest things people have said.
Yeah.
At Donald Trump rallies when they say if Donald Trump does get elected, what do you think is going to happen to this country? And the reaction is I won't be able to speak my mind. I'm like,
you're able to speak your mind now.
Right.
You have to suffer the consequences of being a dickhead.
Right.
But you're able to speak your mind
You
now.
can say whatever the fuck you want.
Right. What you mean is I won't be able to speak my mind without consequences.
Right.
If Trump doesn't become
I
president.
can't be an asshole and expect people to just be okay with that.
Right.
Yeah. It's amazing. But, yeah. Anyways.
Fucking A. People.
And it's funny because at the Trump rally, surrounded by his supporters, the guy who wrote this on the card to show it to the camera, because that's what they were doing, a little card camera bullshit, he was like covering his face. Like making sure his face was covered. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
If you're gonna fucking say something like that, have the balls.
Yeah.
Right.
Have the balls to show your face.
To show your face. Exactly. Yeah. Are you not a proud Trump supporter, bro? Are you an unproud Trump supporter? Trying to hide from it?
Are you doing it because all the cool kids are doing it?
Like, be like the dude, and if you're going to support Trump, be like the dude who dressed up as a fucking wall.
Yeah.
That dude was fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You know?
That was good.
Make yourself known.
The Trump wall.
The Trump
Yeah.
wall. Anyway.
I will get them to build the wall, and then I'll send them home. Okay.
Yeah, I want to know how he like plans on making Mexico pay for the wall. Like, how do you plan on that happening, bro?
What we need is more
Cowbell.
more Walter memes. That just say, shut the fuck up, Dottie. After, like, Trump says something stupid and somebody just tags a shut the fuck up, Dottie.
Yeah.
With the picture of Walter Sobchak on it. We need more Walter Sobchak.
You're entering a world of pain.
Anyways.
Donnie.
All right, moving away from politics, and moving towards the movie that we just watched less than 45 minutes ago.
Yes. Orphan Fight the movie.
Orphan Fight the movie.
Yeah.
Really, really. I actually, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. There was a lot of negative reviews for it.
But let's be honest, you thought it was going to be a -8, and it was a 2?
Nah, if we're gonna be realistic here, you go first with your numbers.
See, because I thought it was going to be a strong 0, right?
Really?
I was expecting that, like
Out of a scale of 1 to 10.
on a scale of 1 to 10.
You're being serious.
I was expecting it to be a 0. I was expecting it to be not good at all.
Like the worst of the
Because-
worst. What's another example of a 0? So we need his perspective.
Right,
So
so I
alright,
absolutely agree.
We need perspective
That's
here.
fair. Maybe 0's a bit harsh.
Okay.
No, you
I
said it.
wasn't really expecting a 0. Maybe a 2 is better. Because
Okay.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is pretty much
That's a
the
2.
0 line.
All right.
That's
That's a 0,
compared
okay.
to the worst movie. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is that one.
Okay.
Okay, and I feel
Fair
like
enough.
or Spider-Man 3,
Ooh.
Okay.
another good example. And I feel like this movie sort of fell into the Spider-Man 3 trap where they had too many characters to talk about too many things, and that I felt like it was going to. I don't know that it did, but I felt like it was going to be too many characters, too much stuff. Nothing was going to get its proper due.
I thought that's what was going to happen as well.
Right. So I figure 2 probably, like a 1 or 2, really low. But then I'm like, it's probably a 5, maybe a 6.
I think it's a solid 7.
Yeah.
I might even put it up to an 8. I think it nailed what it was supposed to be. There are a lot of details that bother me, but like the feeling, the Batman versus Superman conflict, and the resolution that it turned into was absolutely solid for me.
I just think it happened too fast. Like Superman said Martha. Spoiler alert, sorry. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Superman said his mom's name, and then Batman's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Your mom's name Martha too? We got so much in common.
I don't think it was about.
Batman getting triggered by the word Martha,
Right.
Was because that's what happened. He got
Yeah.
triggered.
Yeah, it was absolutely
And-
true.
He got triggered by the word Martha, and that sort of bothered me a little bit. As that being like the time when he was like, "Oh, maybe now we can stop and have a chat." You know what I mean? Because in the comic books, I always got the impression that Batman wanted to fight Superman as a sort of last resort, for the most part.
Okay.
And so he was like, we got to keep a plan in place. So far, Suits has been cool.
Yeah.
But we got to have a plan in place.
It's Veronica and
to
Hulk.
take him out if we need to,
Okay.
And so the way he just like rushed blindly into the fight after Superman landed, it was just like, hey, we need to talk. He was just like, oh, fuck you, here's some guns.
Yeah.
I
That
felt
was
it
never.
a little.
No, what are you talking about? That was never this movie. This Batman was never the Batman that wanted to have something. He was actively trying to kill Superman for a large portion of this movie.
Fair enough.
This movie was never about sit and have a conversation. If that's what you're expecting, I feel like you're missing a lot of the movie, like because that was never his tone, and like in addition to that, any like hatred he had was just being fueled by Lex the entire time.
Right.
You know, so I mean, and that's a lot of like how the whole thing escalated into like unnecessary proportions. And this is actually part of the reason why I liked Lex. I liked his interaction with Superman, and I liked his interaction with Batman, and how he was just fucking with them and fucking with their emotions because he can't take them on face to face. I would have liked to have seen more of his machinations because a lot of those just sort of happened because hey, he knows because he's Lex.
Right.
You know, so there was some things like that, some details I would have liked to have seen, but really I felt like the movie was like it was about orphans being orphans together and figuring out through their orphaning and fighting that hey, we're not so bad, we should be friends because we're orphans. That's what it felt like. It felt like about the feels.
It felt, but that felt, I don't know.
It was very much.
It just felt weak to me, and it was too quick of a like transition.
I didn't.
So then they're calling each other friend and stuff like that, and I'm like,
I understand what you're saying, and I don't necessarily even disagree. I guess I'm okay with it for the most part because the whole Martha thing was a trigger because it just was one of these things where, like you said, Batman got triggered, and then he kind of came to a senses as to like Superman's humanity, I guess, and then like he was like, "Hey, my mom's gonna get killed because you're fucking with me."
Right.
And Batman's like, "Oh, I'm kind of a shithead."
yeah, he did kind of have that.
You know?
Oh, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, I'm kind of a shithead, but and I was fine with him like stopping and cooperating, and then him going, "You know what? I'll save your mom," you know, because I feel responsible. I'll save your mom. Yeah. I was fine with that, but then like the line at the end where he's like, "I failed him in life," I'm like. Well, you guys weren't really buddies?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you weren't really that close? That's something you say at, like, your best friend's wedding?
Right. Yeah.
Or a funeral, rather?
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yeah, spoilers, by the way. Soups totally dies at the end.
Soups does die. Spoilers, Superman dies.
Which they does kill Superman, which is a pro.
Yeah, I was surprised that they went there, honestly. I
wasn't. The moment I thought that was Doomsday, Superman has to die.
Well, yeah, I agree. He has to die, but I didn't think they were going to do it.
Really?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, look at the current, like... They change things all the time for that. So why would they just relaunched the Superman series with Man of Steel and it did really well, right? So then they're throwing him in here with this like this group one. And I thought, I mean, because you can't, like, killing off Superman's a big deal in the DC setup. So are you really going to tackle that in like this jumpy move like this?
Spoiler. Superman's not really dead.
Well, no. You know he's not dead. I mean, if you read the comics, you know he comes back.
Right.
I wonder if they're going to have him come back as the three, what was it? When Superman came back originally, he didn't come back by himself.
He came back as the Man of Steel, Superboy, and then...
Like this robot thing.
Yeah, the cyborg
that had legs.
Superman.
He was kind of like the DC Magneto in a way, but...
Yeah.
This was actually one of my biggest problems with this movie, was that they built up this very emotional scene for Superman, and a lot of it focused on, like, Superman's humanity and him struggling with, like, whether or not he had too much power, that he had no checks or balances, etc., etc. And it was an internal struggle mostly for him, you know, and then... Like, they go through this whole scene where, like, he dies, and it's this super emotional thing, and Lois is super sad, and Bruce is like, fuck, I'm an asshole. And Wonder Woman's like, yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah, you kind of are.
And it's like, it's a really emotional scene, with Superman's death and everything. Or at least it's supposed to be. I felt that it was adequately emotional.
I'll grant you that it was supposed to be. I didn't really feel it, but...
That's because you're not a human being. You have no you have no feelings. And that
is patently untrue.
That is
carry on.
They're long dead. Anyways, point is that I thought it was a pretty emotional scene. I thought it did its job just fine, because it evoked emotion in me, so it did its job. And then, like, they take Superman's death and they just, like, throw that shit out the window. At the end, we're like, oh, look, all the dirt rising on it.
Yeah, they should have totally left that alone and, like, had it as a big reveal in the next film or something.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Sun regenerates Superman. In case you didn't know.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm thinking, why didn't they just shoot him into space?
Because he already theoretically died once before the movie.
True.
You know?
He did get
nuked. They nuked him.
Yeah.
and he was essentially, for all intents and purposes, dead.
Although I have to
In
agree
space.
with Wonder Woman in the one scene where she's like, why the fuck did you bring him back to the city? He was on an island by himself. We could have fought him there. But
Yeah, but they need the spear.
right.
'Cause,
So he couldn't go get the spear and come back. Because
Right.
Doomsday was just chilling.
Yeah, without the spear of what is it? The Nazi artifact.
Oh yeah.
The spear that stabbed Christ or whatever. They
Yeah.
can't kill the devil without the spear that stabbed Christ. So
Oh, okay.
they need to have a special spear for that. Cause that bothered me a little bit too. Like, okay, he made the gas, Bruce Wayne or Batman's like gas things.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was cool.
That's that's a classic Bruce Wayne shit,
Yeah.
right? Because he knows Superman can stop the bullet, but he knows that it's not going to matter
Yeah.
at that point because he's going to explode. The cartridge is going to explode and hit him with the kryptonite gas, and that's going to fuck him up. But he made a spear,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
like
I'm
a
with you on
spear,
that.
like
Maybe
because he wants to get into hand-to-hand combat with Superman.
Well,
I mean, what else were you gonna make other than
I
don't know, maybe bullets?
Bullets.
I don't think he
Right.
realized that the effect of the kryptonite though would actually wear off because like you can see that look in his eyes.
He
when
didn't
he's like,
initially realize that.
oh, good thing I made extras.
Right.
So
But even then, he still wants to get into like he wants to close and fight hand-to-hand combat with Superman because
Yeah.
he knows that kryptonite hurts him, right? But he doesn't know necessarily how effective it's going to be.
yeah. Well, he built that sweet suit for it though, so he knew that like he would at least be protected a little bit. Mm-hmm. But
And the armored batsuit did look pretty badass, I think.
yeah, I was kind of iffy about like, does Superman really know how to fight though? Like, because he's always relied upon just being Superman for the most part. I mean, sure, he can punch and stuff like that, but like,
No, he didn't. When they were equal, he was getting his ass handed to
I
him.
was just thinking, I was like, Superman needs to go to boxing classes or something,
Now, in the comics, eventually he becomes like a ridiculous master martial artist because Superman becomes the god of all the things.
Yeah,
In the
right.
comics, but that's whatever. Neither here nor there.
Yeah. So I felt like the movie was 2.5 hours long, and it could have been 2 hours or an hour and 45 minutes, and been a better flick.
Yeah, it could have been a little bit more focused. There were a lot of I know they wanted to build hype for things they were going to do in the future. That much is obvious, but they took a little bit too much time with that stuff.
I agree. Well, they could have done the whole metahumans folder.
For example,
That would have been an after credits scene in a Marvel movie.
yeah.
We'd have done that in 5 minutes afterwards. We'd have busted them open. We'd have looked at all the videos at the same time. And we'd said, look at all these other people who, let's see if we can get them to team up with us too now that Soups is dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where it should have belonged.
Yeah.
We didn't need to see any of those. We didn't need to see them watching the video for any of those things. We didn't need to see the Aquaman video. We didn't need to see any of that separately. You know what I mean? Let
I
them
feel like
be
those
their
would
own
have been
things.
good to be trailers that just leaked out later for like.
Yeah, a tag.
Yeah.
It could have been one of these things where you see Wonder Woman open the computer and she clicks on the file, but then it shows the other part of the computer on the back,
Yeah.
just her eyes, and then she gets real big. You hear some audio and then it cuts.
Or we don't even need that. We can go to a tag later. We can leave all that for a tag later.
That's true.
She comes back later and opens up the thing. Because that whole scene where she finds out that Bruce knows that she was around in 1918 or whatever.
Right.
It's fucking meaningless in reality.
Other than to lead him to believe that she's someone who she's.
Right, who she's not.
Which doesn't lead to
But she
anything?
could. Right, which doesn't lead to anything.
It doesn't lead to anything.
So
Yeah,
we could have
there's-
had that whole scene. She could have opened that on her computer. She could have been going home afterwards or whatever. After the funeral, she could open up on the computer and found that message from Bruce or whatever, and we could have that whole scene condensed down to a 5-minute tag after the movie.
How did you get her email address though? I didn't see her give him a card. I was like, did she pass him a card or something? How does he just know who she?
No, it was in her file.
Wade,
It was in her
he knows.
file. It was in the Wonder
knows
Woman
shit
file.
about shit, right?
It was in the Wonder Woman file.
It could have been in the Wonder Woman file.
I mean,
from Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor found it because he's Lex Luthor.
Email.
Right.
yeah.
All
That
the
is something
contact
I think
info,
I would
bro.
probably do though. You'd favorite color, shoe size, and email.
She likes long walks on the beach.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty long with that kind of stuff, and then there was the whole scene, and I had problems with it as well. But the scene where, for who knows what reason, this is really not well explained at all. Bruce has a number of dream sequences in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he spends half the movie asleep.
Yeah. And in one of these dream sequences, he is in this sort of like barren wasteland of desert. And he is trying to he's trying to buy on the black market what looks like a large piece of kryptonite.
Yeah.
Now, this is obviously in the future, some kind of weird dystopian future. And then when
But the people who are in it are the same people, like, because isn't the guy he's buying it from the same Russian guy?
I don't know.
I think it is the same Russian guy.
Maybe. Probably even. I can't remember,
Yeah.
honestly. All I know is that, like, the guys he's trying to buy this kryptonite from turn on him, and they're, like, cops with Superman symbols on their uniform, and they capture him, and Superman comes and is fucking angry, like, kills the two dudes beside him, beside Batman, and then, like, tells Batman that he took away, that she was his world, and that he took her away, and then, like, kills him or whatever. And then, like, he wakes up, and then Flash is, what we think is Flash, fairly certain is Flash, is in this giant lightning storm portal thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, you were right about her, and then, like, that flashes out, and then Bruce wakes up again. Like, he wakes up twice.
Yeah.
You know.
I thought that Flash thing came before the dream.
After.
Sure.
Yes, because the Flash thing wakes him up the first time.
Yeah, he wakes up from being blasted in the chest by Superman, only to have like all this shit like happening.
Yeah. But in all that setup, I think like I get they're probably setting up a future movie where Batman's gonna have to save Lois Lane, I guess, because Flash specifically mentions Lois Lane, that it's Lois Lane who's the key to that he was right to fear Superman, that because he can and will go crazy or whatever, and that they have to stop that somehow by saving Lois Lane. But they never developed that part of the story. If it was part of this story, they never developed it.
No, it was obviously not part of this story. Like the moment from that sequence happening, you know it's not part of this story. And the only thing
how do we know at that point that it's not part of this story?
It's pretty obvious. Did you not get it? Okay, well,
there's no reason why there.
Okay, you're not smart. It's fine. You're not smart.
There's no reason to believe that it's not part of this story.
You're not smart. I got it immediately.
There's no reason to believe that they're like just jamming a scene into the middle of this movie
I understand.
where they're trying to develop all this other shit and saying,
Ruby.
No, this we put this whole scene in for a Justice League 2 movie that's coming in the future.
I get
at some
it.
point.
You didn't get it. That's fine.
Because it's not up.
There are other people who
it's unnecessary
who didn't
at best
get it.
and not obvious.
There are other people. It's very obvious. I got it. But
your interpretation is very obvious to yourself.
It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're not smart.
I get that.
You can't because she like even Kayleen leaned over to me and was like, "Hey, I don't get this," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's because it doesn't belong in this movie." It honestly it's all about some other movie they're going to do. I think. Right. If they don't, then it was amazingly pointless.
Which
it's like a solid 20 minutes.
So what you're saying is that. Never mind.
What I'm saying is
saying whatever you want to say.
What I'm saying is that it's either A, hype for another movie, or it was more pointless. It was very pointless. Right. It just didn't need to be there at all.
Even if it is hype for another movie, it's still pointless. Doesn't need to be here.
Sorry, stomach's upset.
Does not need to be here. Even if it is hype for the movie. Again, we could do that later. You know, we don't need to have this scene in the middle of the because I felt like it was misleading, and maybe it was intentionally misleading. Like maybe Zack Snyder's trying to like red herring us into some shit.
And red herring isn't a good thing to do.
But that's even if it was that, it felt stupid.
Red herring isn't a good thing.
I think all of those dream sequences. I mean, maybe the scene where like he's in the desert, like that could have stayed in the movie. Fine, whatever. I don't care. Right, but the other stuff like the Flash thing and the stuff with Gal Gadot, whatever, like all that would have been better off served as little teasers that you toss out on the internet 6, 8 months, 9 months from now, or however long. I mean, don't put that in my movie.
Yeah. The reason why it seemed obvious to me, Roby, was because number one, we know that this alternate universe that exists is something that happens in the comics. Now, that's not obvious to people who haven't seen Superman. But as someone who knows this stuff, I know that this is like, this is obviously not going to lead up to anything in this movie because I already know what's in this movie. I've seen the trailers. I already know what's happening, right? None of this was a surprise to me. None of it was.
Well, they could have easily... They could have easily made Lois Lane instead of Martha.
Let me finish. Let me finish. So the other thing was because Flash shows up. Bruce has no idea who the fuck Flash is.
Right. Unless he's watched that video.
Like just now?
Yeah, like he watched a video and fell asleep, and also was like, "Oh, this kid's coming to my video. They're coming into my dream."
But he doesn't know who Flash is. Like, not really. And he sees him in some giant armor, and it's just, I don't know. The whole thing is that it doesn't make any sense in the context of this movie, because I already know it's in this movie. So the only logical conclusion I can make is that it's in regards to it. And the only reason they put it in this movie was because they felt that it was the time to do it because it was at the apex of the Batman against Superman like conflict. It doesn't make much sense. I think after Bruce fights fucking Doomsday and goes a couple rounds with Superman, he can still go on with the logical need to have like something to kill Superman with later.
Right.
Like that's gonna be necessary. Like they still could have done that. There's no real reason, and I agree, it needed to be in this movie.
Yeah, well, no reason, because it felt like that was the part of the tipping point for him, really. Right. Like the tipping point was really when Lex Luthor sends him after the bomb explodes in the Capitol Hill or whatever, and they kill a bunch of people. Lex Luthor kills a bunch of people with the wheelchair bomb. That's really the tipping point for Batman, where he's like, I gotta take Superman out. But this felt like it was all part of like feeding into that.
It did, but I don't know why. Like it didn't need to be there.
Right.
Like
that's why I think that it didn't necessarily feel like it was just jammed in here to like foretell a movie coming afterwards, because it felt like it was part of the build-up of why Batman dislikes Superman and why he wants to kill him, why he needs to take him out right now. Let me finish.
All right, good. You're wrong, but go ahead.
It's part of the build-up. That's why they put it in. They put it in smack dab right in the middle of the building up why Batman thinks that he needs to take out Superman.
No, you're right.
And
you're right.
There's no reason to believe that Lois Lane couldn't have been in danger later, and that Batman saving her would have made the difference in Superman's decision to do whatever in the future. Yes, we know from the trailers that they're going to end up fighting Doomsday, and that's going to end up bringing them together. But there's no reason to believe that Lois Lane couldn't have been instrumental in that, and we could have done away with the whole Bruce's parents got triggered by his mom's name thing altogether, and done something else in its place, something that made more sense.
Okay, firstly, I agree with you that they put that in there to like help fuel the fire that Bruce was like, I need to go kill Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I agree with that part of it, but the rest of it is so starkly different. It involves a bunch of other people that it absolutely has no point. It has none.
Right.
Like, it really doesn't. It doesn't belong at all. And that part seemed obvious to me. And the whole thing with Lois being in trouble, I'm like, this is more just like, could it have tied in with Lois being in trouble? I guess, but it still would have made very little sense.
The whole thing makes very little sense, and we could have done without it in this movie entirely.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it seemed obvious to me that the only reason why it was in there, because it's made very little sense, was because that part of it that made very little sense was to like foreshadow more things going. Because, like you said, Lois wasn't even the one in danger in the end.
Right.
You know, it was Superman's mom. It was Clark's mom. You know, so it didn't. It made even less sense in the context of the movie, but it didn't make much sense. Even if it did have some context within the movie. And the only little context it had was to, like, again, fuel the fire that Bruce felt he had to go kill Superman.
Right.
That was the only reason why I was there.
Yeah. It was a pointless dumb scene. We could have saved that 10 minutes of movie time.
Was it only 10? It felt way longer.
Right. Like, that whole dream sequence in general, we could have saved.
It felt way longer.
And we could have done again without an explanation of Batman's parents getting killed. I understand they brought it back later as a trigger word, because Superman's an asshole just going around saying trigger words without warning people that he's going to use trigger words.
Right.
That's so fucking...
I was fine with it because of that. Because they used it, I thought it was perfectly appropriate.
You know.
I agree the moment that it started, I was like, oh god, again?
Yeah.
Right.
I was
we need to watch this again.
I was like, how many movies do we have to watch the origin story?
Because I was like, shit, maybe we can get up and leave. Maybe it's still not too late for us to just get up and leave. Because we're again with this Batman death. And then I thought that I felt like the Man of Steel scenes as well felt kind of unnecessary. like when they're showing where Bruce Wayne's like driving around or whatever when the world got introduced to Superman or whatever. Like, yeah, we could have done all that. I felt a lot better, but without all the I felt like that shit was too long. We didn't need to see like almost the whole Zod fight replay again.
So why didn't they just start the movie with that? Like immediately into it, boom, he's in the car gunning it.
Right.
That would have been cool. Then you could have left it in there, got rid of the whole dream sequence. And
No, I disagree. I think it needed to be there. I think to like show how much. Here's my problem with that scene is that like what actually impacts Bruce was the death of one of his friends, I guess, which is never established. Like,
yeah, we don't know who that guy is.
Have no idea why he's important to Bruce. Maybe he is in the comics, and I don't realize it. I'll give that as a possibility, but why would you go out of your way to explain Bruce's like upbringing, which we all fucking know, and then bring this guy in as a friend, some friend in the comic that is really just who knows who that he's very obscure, and then like not explain that. That needed way more time, like to set up his related, like why he was angry in the first place.
Just drop it in like Bruce looking at a list of like the dead people or whatever.
Yeah, like his employees.
And he sees this guy's name, and then we have a short flashback of like how great of friends they were.
Okay, fuck
whatever.
flashbacks. Firstly,
and, well, they fucking flashback fucking shit out of it. Flashbacks and dreams all over this.
You know what else?
What did I say? Fuck flashbacks.
You know what else they did in this movie?
They were already flashing back anyway.
When?
So that whole Man of Steel scene was all a flashback. That shit was 2 years ago.
That started at the movie. That was just showing his part of his side of the story.
Yeah, which is a flashback.
It's not a flashback, but it starts the movie off. It's a flashback when someone goes, thinks about it. Oh,
like
that's a flashback. No, it's not a fucking flashback. When you show something at somebody from a different angle, point of view, of beforehand, that's not unless someone's like thinking about it. Unless it's like, hey, I'm gonna think of the past. I'm in the present now, but I'm gonna think of the past, and now we're gonna show that past. That's a flashback. If you start the movie off in the past, then you're just showing Bruce's side of things. It's not a flashback.
It's a flashback.
It's not a fucking flashback.
It is a flashback.
God.
It is 100%.
You are looking for reasons to hate this movie.
It is 100% a flashback. No, I'm not. But I'm
bullshit.
Looking for reasons that I did not like this movie. I'm not looking for them. I have them.
And they're not great.
Like this movie.
There's plenty to dislike about the movie.
They're my valid opinion, just like your retarded opinion about how like it's perfectly okay to jab in scenes for references to movies way down in the future.
The word we've used here that is it. First of all, I didn't like that scene. I don't know what you're talking about. Like I didn't like that scene. That was not a good scene. Mm-hmm. Okay. First of all, the problem here is you use the word valid. It's not valid. It's bad. It's a bad opinion. It's bad opinion.
You have to also admit that in this movie they did bring something back that I think the 80s got 100% accurate and they did a good job within the movies. The workout montage.
Oh, I fucking hated that, actually.
So ridiculous.
I hated that. I was like, why are we doing this?
I was like, it's Stallone.
Like, there's a lot of parts, there's a whole lot of excess in this movie. But
I read a fascinating Reddit thread about that.
Oh, did you?
People were angry about CrossFit Batman. Yeah. Like, CrossFit exercises, and all the DC fanboys were like, no, bro, those exercises were around all long before CrossFit or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's true. But he's still kind of CrossFit Batman.
I don't know what the CrossFit exercises are, so I'm not going to make a comment.
They're nuts. Like it's just
there's all kinds of like slamming your hammer on a tire. That would be a CrossFit exercise. I could see that being a CrossFit exercise.
You can see. You don't actually know.
What's that?
You don't actually know though.
I don't actually know that.
Okay.
No.
I don't know either.
But they do like crazy weird things like that, like non-typical exercises a lot of times.
I only know about this exercise because there's videos of Fedor doing it, but like training, but like as a montage before a big fight or something.
Yeah.
So I don't. Is that CrossFit?
Lots of people do it that aren't
know.
CrossFit. This is a true fact. But regardless, it was a stupid training scene that didn't need to fucking happen. And okay, realistically, how long was he training?
like 2 days.
You know what I mean?
This is like 30 minutes.
Right. You know, like seriously, it's not like it's like a year later he's trained to beat out or whatever.
If they were to show him building the suit, where you had a time frame,
you know,
Yeah, That's the thing.
But
like
that's what they should have shown him doing.
He builds the weapons, but they don't show him building this badass suit. I'm like, that would have been way better than like doing the stupid workout sequence. The movie, I feel like, the reason why I like it is because it has a lot of excess it doesn't need. But I'd rather have excess it doesn't need than less than it needed. I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
don't want it to fall short.
the parts that I really did like, I liked a lot.
What are the parts that you really did like?
I like the interplay between Batman and Superman. I like the interplay between Lex and the two bad guys and how he was manipulating them. I would have liked to see more of that. I really liked. I liked the death scene at the end. I think it was undermined terribly, but I really liked that scene. I thought it was very emotional. What?
How many did you guys think when she was looking at the sweet tea in the jar that she was drinking? Like, did anybody else go, did he piss in that thing and put that tea back in that?
Yes, I did.
That's what I thought.
Yes, I did.
I was like,
I was hoping to God it was actually like I was like, this should be a little yellower.
Yeah.
This tea should be a little bit yellower. It really should be Lex Luthor's piss in this jar.
I think they did an excellent job with Wonder Woman. I think she was really could have probably had. Let me reword this. They did an excellent job with the action sequences with Wonder Woman.
Right.
I think Wonder Woman as a person in the movie didn't amount to much.
Yeah, she had a couple of throwaway lines that were like at best expository that we didn't need.
Yeah, it was just not like if they would have went more into like she needed to have another reason to be there other than the fact that she was just there.
Right, for a picture,
right.
man.
And this is where I think the whole thing, like it feels rushed to me. I realize DC's trying to play catch up so they can get their Justice League out with their Justice League version of the Avengers out, which I get it. Okay, they're trying to play catch up, trying to rush out to a Justice League movie to compete.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have used another, I think, Man of Steel movie in between.
I agree.
Before this. We could have used a Wonder Woman movie before this movie.
Why it's coming out after this movie makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
It should have come out before this.
Because now it's going to also make a flashback. But... or sorry, it'll just be like...
Is the Wonder Woman movie going to be a flashback?
It's all a flashback.
Fuck you. That's not how it works.
Flashback. It's all a flashback.
You're an idiot.
Now it is all a flashback.
You know what flashback even means?
Yes.
Obviously not.
Flashback.
Obviously not.
So, I could have... Wait, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman for sure. I don't think we needed another Ben Affleck. I don't think we needed a Batfleck movie before this.
No, this was enough for it.
I think a Batfleck movie, because this is very Bat-centric movie in general.
Yeah.
I think it's important not to have a Batfleck movie because this Batfleck was like already very grizzled and veteran Batman. This was an older Batman.
Yeah.
And we don't need two of those movies.
He's branding people. Like, I remember looking at the previews of this going, like, Batman doesn't brand people. Then he's like, got the brand. I was like, oh shit, Batman does brand people.
Yeah, Batman's branding people right now. Yeah, so, but we could have used those two movies first to set up additional stuff for this movie, that would have been better. And I think this movie would have been better afterwards. You know what I mean? We could have cut some of the fat. We could have found the Senator in general felt unnecessary to me. We felt like we raised all these questions, and we have all these moral and philosophical questions, and then we're just like, fuck it, Doomsday's here. None of those questions matter anymore. Fight Doomsday.
Yeah, it's kind
now
of
Superman's dead, so all those questions are gone. It doesn't matter at all because Superman's dead. But
that's kind of how it would work.
Right? I know. I get it.
I mean,
I do, and I understand that.
How it would work.
But I felt like they could have made a good Man of Steel, a good Superman movie with those sort of moral philosophical questions done, and then we could have got into this one where
with less
Batman
fat
has made with less fat, right?
I'll tell you what.
I agree with that.
If I was living in that universe and I needed a job, I'd go be a construction worker because you're gonna constantly have work.
You're gonna be always in the.
They're tearing shit up all the time.
Or
I'm so glad
start your own the debris cleanup.
Right.
But I mean, I think this movie was like a 7, a 6, maybe a high 6, low 7, something like that. The problem, the score. I had a problem with the score.
Yeah, Wonder Woman's guitar, her little metal guitar that played.
It was just very manipulative. The score.
Oh yeah,
well, it was extremely noticeable.
The score isn't. The score's always supposed to be manipulative. That's what the music is for. But it wasn't subtle enough in its manipulation that you because
it was
noticed
guiding you in the direction.
It was,
you
you know, I understand it's always supposed to be manipulative, but it was very noticeable.
right. Yeah, what lacked was subtlety.
Which is what I said,
Yeah.
but you wanted to interrupt me. So that's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's cool.
I
It's
did.
cool.
I did.
All right. Well, do you guys do you want to keep going? Are we good?
No, I think we got enough.
All right.
I don't know. Can you think of anything else?
Probably someone else that I liked or did not like. About the fight scene at the I don't know. Things seemed confused at the end somewhat, as far as like time frame goes. But
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
because the whole ending
Some
fight,
point.
the ending time frame seemed confused. Because I thought for sure that what's her name turned around and went back for the spear before she heard anything from Superman or Batman about how this guy knew they was a Kryptonian or whatever. Now maybe she knew that because Lois Lane is smart and she knew that it came from the wrecked ship, or she assumed that it came from whatever was going on with the wrecked ship, which she knew about before she got on the helicopter to go to Gotham. Because that's a good idea. Because she can help Superman fight Batman by showing up at Gotham. You know what I mean? Like Superman tells her that she's going to Gotham, and then she's like, "Oh, I got to get on a copper."
Well, she
and go
knew
across
that
the way.
the only reason Superman was fighting Batman is because his mom was at stake. So she probably thought in her mind that she could stop the fight by, dude, it's cool, it's over his mom.
I actually really hate the fact too that like Gotham and Metropolis are just across the river from each other.
Right across
like,
the bay from each
when
other.
you have two large like areas like that are across the river from each other, they're basically the same area. I mean, I understand that Brooklyn and New York are basically kind of technically different,
New Jersey, yeah, like New
but they're not like two major populous cities.
Right.
Which Gotham is a major populous city and Metropolis is a major populous city.
Yeah.
But I really hate that they just
Well, I
like
always
put them
thought
across the bay.
I always got the impression, and maybe I'm way wrong about this, right? Because I could be way off with it, but I got the impression that Gotham was more like Chicago
Yeah.
and less.
Yes.
And the Metropolis
Or like
New York,
Pittsburgh,
and then
yeah.
Gotham is more Chicago.
That's exactly what I always thought. Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah, which is not
they would
across the
put
bay
them-
from each
Put
other.
them way further away from each other than that.
I really hated
Yeah.
that as well, but
Well, that's the sense you got, especially in like Batman Begins and stuff. Is very Chicago in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I'd give it like a 6 or 7. I liked it. I liked it. I think it was. I think the action was actually super good.
The action was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
The action was really good. I felt like, excuse me, Henry Cavill. I really like him as Superman. A lot. I think
he was underused in this movie, even. Because I think this was a very Bat-centric movie.
It was-
We didn't
yeah.
really get Superman's point. Superman was basically the whole time like, fuck it, I'm not paying attention to that. I'm going to continue to save people. I don't care what they say. Whatever. And that's all we got.
there was a lot. There was a lot.
It was like, I just love Lois Lane, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do.
There was that. There was definitely that, but there's also a whole lot of him going, I'm mentally like, but he's not talking about it
Or
much.
just floating in the sky and not saying shit. There was a shit ton of scenes of him just like floating
well, he's Jesus.
in the sky and shit.
So
Yeah.
Jesus flies. No, one thing I did like though is how it's so like soon after Zod that Superman really hasn't done the whole comic book thing. Like he hasn't gone through all the adventures. So like he really doesn't understand the consequences of his actions sometimes. Like when he goes and saves Lois, and you're just
Except for there was no consequences there. That was all trumped up.
well, I understand that, but at the same time, like people like Lex Luthor though they start doing stuff they do because of people like him. So
Yeah, well, this is the thing I don't understand, right? Like, Lex Luthor's mercs shot all those people in the village.
why?
Because Superman was there. Because they trying to do it to prove that, because they're trying to like all these deaths were involved in a Superman incident or whatever. Okay, so they shot all the people there in the village, but they were dead by shooting. So why would they blame Superman for that shit?
Because he didn't save them. He ignored them, went after Lois Lane, and let them all die. Like, that's the only possible
He did the Wonder
explanation.
Woman and Batman. Like when he heard Lois drowning,
Yeah,
and he was
just
like,
shout.
"Oh, sorry, hold up,
Yeah,
time out. I gotta go save her."
I gotta go save. Yeah,
Whole time I'm thinking like, shouldn't there be a little bit more of an internal conflict here? Do I save? Do I continue to fight? Because clearly these two people aren't going to be able to.
and that I thought would have been a perfect place for Batman, who was basically
Not
out
doing
of the
anything?
fight
Yeah.
for the most part.
To go save Lois?
To go save Lois Lane and make everything
And
make
tie
some
in?
fucking sense. The whole thing. And then he didn't.
No.
And Batman and Superman went and saved her, and I was like, the fuck is going on
You
here?
know what? Just take that part out. Just take that. You can make it make sense there. You're right. Just take it the fuck out.
They should also take out
Because the rest of it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, but see,
Superman with the spear.
yes.
This is bullshit. He can't swim out of a pool, water with a spear, but yeah, he can fly it at him.
Momentum.
That's some bullshit.
Momentum.
That's some bullshit.
Momentum.
Bro, the power of true love.
Right,
Him
right.
fly with the spear.
Why didn't he have
But it
Lois
didn't-
hold
he
it?
didn't have that
and
power.
then he just hold her.
Right.
And then,
Why didn't
A glaive.
or put it over
Instead
there.
of,
Go fast travel over, pick up Batman, come back, pick him up, hold him the spear, then
Why
throw
didn't
him.
Why didn't he just give the spear to fucking Wonder Woman,
Right?
who uses weapons anyway?
But she's got her sword, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure she can put it down for a minute to use the kryptonite spear to kill
No,
Doomsday.
no, the sword is
You know what I
magic.
mean?
It cut off.
I mean, we wouldn't have been
Doomsday's
able to sacrifice Superman that way, but
I mean, it would have been fine if, Batman's already the fuck out of this fight because it's Doomsday. And then,
Right.
Doomsday's
Yeah.
about ready to kill Wonder Woman, and he's the only one who can do it.
Yeah.
But that's not. Wonder Woman was straight chopping this bitch's arm off.
Right.
There was time to, yo, let's switch places. I'll take him on for a second and you use the spear
yeah.
to shank old
So-
Woman.
And I did like that they, in the end, they all sort of teamed up, right? Wonder Woman had him all lassoed up
Yeah.
with her lasso of truth,
Yeah.
and then Batman hit him with the fucking kryptonite gas and weakened him some, so that when Superman flew into him and jabbed him with the spear, he was weakened some.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. I like this little build up or whatever. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Why is Doomsday unable to break her magical lasso? But whatever.
Because nobody can.
Right. I guess.
How's Wonder Woman's weapons
well,
able
but
to
The
cut
thing
off
is, Superman is weak to and by extension,
Right. Depending on who's
magic.
writing, Kryptonians are susceptible to magic. Depending on who's writing Superman.
Yeah.
That would explain why Wonder Woman's sword could take off his arm,
Right.
because that is Doomsday, and
Yeah, but he was now I got a giant spiky fist, bitch. Honestly,
if she
it
hadn't
didn't,
cut his arm off, actually,
Superman wouldn't have died.
so Wonder Woman inadvertently
Wonder
killed
Woman
him.
killed Superman. Yeah.
Bitch.
She didn't kill him, but she's responsible for his death.
Right. So at the end, when Bruce Wayne was like, "I feel like I failed him," it should
Yeah.
have been Wonder Woman going, "I feel like I failed him."
No, it should have been Bruce be like, I feel like I failed him. And she should have been like, yeah, you did.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It wasn't me at
It
all.
wasn't me at all. Yeah.
Told you. I appreciate that we didn't do too badly the cliche badass hero thing at the end. He grabbed one of the spiky things to steady himself as he jammed the spear further in.
Right.
But he didn't pull himself all the rest of the way up the spike or whatever.
Right.
And I was excited because when he grabbed that thing first, that's what I was like.
really? Because
Well, it's so not
And they
Superman.
didn't do it. Right, yeah, because it's not Superman they didn't do. And they didn't do it, and I was like, oh, good. You're just grabbing it for leverage. And that makes sense to me. Now I'm on board. I'm cool with that. But I thought he was going to, drag himself further in or whatever and then jam him again. I was like, no.
Something else that I thought was a little silly. There's a couple little silly things. They jam the spear clean through him, and that's when he dies.
right.
Right.
I'm like, what?
Shouldn't this
Kryptonite
kryptonite-
Like outside of him?
Yes. Yeah, I was like, that should no.
Yeah.
You're wrong. That no.
Should probably
that-
start being less effective now.
yeah.
I mean, you can already see it poking out the back of him, right? So
Yeah.
already hit the organs, right?
Yeah.
You think, but maybe not. I don't know. I just feel like buried deep inside his chest somewhere is going to be more effective than on the other side.
On the other side of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. With just this metal spear part or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, by the way, must be fucking hella strong, right?
I'm just gonna put
'Cause
this out
that's
there.
Okay.
Doomsday didn't get his bones and stuff on him till after he died to Superman. After the first fight. Just saying. Just putting that out there.
Did he die to Superman?
They fought once before and Superman won, barely, and then.
Oh, in the comic book?
Right.
Okay, I thought you meant in this one.
Oh no!
And I was like,
then
Superman didn't really win?
Doomsday came back and he had changed, he had morphed or whatever because that's what he does.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Ryan, that'll make your life easier for watching comic movies from here on out.
Don't listen to the comics. Just accept.
You can't look. The comics are canon for comics. This is a alternate universe. It works differently.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't care. Well, then you can continue to like just come and be angry about this stuff.
So be it. I will.
Well, none of us
Over and
have
over
complained
again.
about Batman just straight out murdering motherfuckers.
Right.
Which he does in this movie.
He does absolutely do that
Oh my
a lot.
God.
You know,
Yeah, he does do-
I'm fine with it. Whatever. In this Zack Snyder universe of Batman or whatever, he kills people. Alright, fine.
and uses guns.
I accept it.
A lot
he
of
uses
guns.
guns and he kills people.
Did he honestly
Fine.
think the guns were gonna work on Superman? Like really? I mean, he set up 4 turrets.
I think it was all about like trapping Superman, getting him
Pissing him off.
overconfident and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and like, you know, like thinking he had every advantage or whatever, and then Bruce was gonna be like, "Surprise, bitch! I got kryptonite,"
Yeah. Yeah. But you
and
just,
then
you just
engaging
gotta,
hand-to-hand combat.
just gotta realize the movies are always going to be different.
Oh,
Always
well,
gonna be.
I know that, but it's still I don't know. I can be angry about it. I'm an American.
I would have. You know what I would have liked even better.
If he'd made it kryptonite sledgehammer.
Dude, that would have been awesome. Then he'd have beat the shit out of the tire. That makes Superman.
Right? Being the tire makes more sense.
He's trading with a sledgehammer.
The kryptonite pickaxe.
Yeah.
The kryptonite spear just seemed like so. Really? Okay, fine, but
The only
it seems
okay,
a very odd choice for Batman.
yeah, because this is what I don't understand. It's not like he like fucking ran out of time, all right?
Right.
Because he's the one who called Superman out, right?
Right.
He could have done that whenever he wanted.
Exactly. He threw the gauntlet down. He made the challenge.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Maybe
know?
he was just getting impatient. I don't know.
And he was just like, "Fuck, I'm gonna make a spear." And I was like, "You didn't want to make some bullets, or
Didn't have
like,
enough for a sword, right?
not really, not enough for."
And we know
sword,
he uses fucking guns.
but- right. So why not just make some bullets? You know what I mean?
He wanted to be Punisher Jr.
Yeah, but we should have made some bullets and not a spear. Because why didn't he just? The spear just seemed weird to me.
And since it's obvious that when kryptonite enters your body and then exits your body is when you die, a bullet would have been much more, you know, because that's how kryptonite works apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's worried about Superman catching the bullet or whatever, if it's kryptonite, he won't be able to.
Right, it'll go through his hand,
Right.
go through his hand,
And then he'll be like, "Oh shit."
Which would have been a much cooler scene for him
And then
to
he
be
would've
like,
died.
dink, oh.
in his hand, out his hand,
He could
dead.
have got both of his hands pierced by bullets, and then we could have completed the Jesus metaphor.
He'd have to shoot one on his feet, though.
Right, or both of us, really, but.
I don't know. It had problems. Oh gosh, the beginning. Okay, so when Bruce is running to find his friend in Metropolis, and the giant Earthshaker is destroying half of fucking Metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
There's the friend of Bruce is in the building, just kind of he's like just looking out the window,
Right. Watching all this massive
watching it like
destruction happen.
happen just a few blocks away.
Yeah.
And Bruce is like calling him on the phone. Hey, are you still in the building? Yeah, you should leave the building. Okay. Hey guys, we should leave the building.
Awesome.
It's so blasé about it and unconcerned. And then when like the building finally starts to explode around him, he's like, "Oh, this is a bad idea. I'm gonna start praying about this now."
Yeah.
But he was just like standing there.
It looks like he's recording his prayer.
Is that what he's doing?
It looks like that, right? Like
I thought
he's
he was
like
just-
speaking into something.
No, I think it was just the. Yeah.
Was it?
the
It could've been.
little
Could've been.
cross thing.
I didn't see him
Catholic
do the cross thing or whatever, but I saw him like talking with. It looked like he was like recording his last words. Like he was like, "BT Dubs, Bruce, I'm recording this for you, bro.
Yeah.
I died in this thing. You like told me to get the fuck out because I couldn't have made the wise decision to get the fuck out of here an hour ago."
And again, we
When
had
this shit
no
started.
idea who the guy was even.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That whole scene was the most ridiculous scene. Even Kayleen, who likes cheesy movies, turned around to me and she's like, "Are you fucking serious?" I'm like, "Apparently, he's just not concerned about this shit."
Right. Yeah, he's just let it happen, man.
Yeah. So it did have problems, but the parts I liked a lot. So
Yeah.
I think it's a really good.
check it out, see if you
underneath
like
all the-
it.
all
I'm
the
looking
crap.
forward to the Wonder Woman solo movie to see what Gal Gadot can really do as an actress.
Hopefully, she has some
as
purpose.
a not
In her
right. Yeah.
Maybe she'll be a figure in her movie.
Oh, Aquaman. I forgot to talk about that.
God.
Why was he even in this? Like he lived. There's like a 4 or 5 second scene of him like.
Maybe it's a whole minute even of him like underwater, like looking at a camera and then being like, that camera makes me angry after I switch my hair around a little bit, and then stabbing it, and then jetting off into the ocean super fast, and I'm like, why? Why is this here?
So how did he get his
High purposes.
tattoos?
The only reason why it's here.
Right.
How did he get his tattoos? Like, in the water.
Right.
Like,
An octopus gave it to him.
yeah.
Yeah, they're octopus tattoos, bro.
I want to see the octopus smoking a cigarette.
I got you.
No, what?
Well, and Cyborg was even like you didn't even know that was Cyborg.
No.
Yeah.
It was not very... Like, I think they might have mentioned his name in the beginning, but kind of missed that, so I wasn't sure who it was.
Well, like, what is that pulsing thing that gave Cyborg his cyborgness?
Yeah, that like filled in the rest of his body because it was obviously gone. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Cyborg. I tend to ignore him as part of the Justice League.
Yeah.
But
Which is a weird reason to include him, but I would have preferred Martian Manhunter.
yeah, they didn't include. I think they didn't include Martian Manhunter because they already have Superman.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And while John Johns has different like weaknesses realistically and stuff like that, they already have someone to provide that like alien perspective, like with the same basic power set.
Right.
So they
Well-
didn't need Martian Manhunter too.
Yeah. I don't know. Not to mention, Jason Momoa looked awkward underneath the water. It was cool,
Yeah.
right? You said people say, but he looks uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He looks like he's holding his breath, and he looks not graceful at all.
Yeah.
Like, it looked bad.
Really did.
It looked bad. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's all my complaints.
Flash wasn't great either. That was it. Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, right? That
Well,
was
see,
the only other.
yeah.
what about,
Yeah.
like, why didn't they use the Flash from the TV show, The Flash? It was already established as Flash?
Because I will tell you what.
Okay.
Because Zack Snyder said the Flash TV show is too campy and fun. My world is dark and depressing, so we have to have a different Flash.
Yeah, he was just really wrong about that. It was fine.
About what?
He should have absolutely just used the Flash from the TV show.
The same Barry Allen.
Yeah.
I agree. He should have, and I do think that like this movie is darker than it needs to be. You know what I mean? And I think that all of Zack Snyder's worlds are very dark, and I like that a lot of times. You know, that's probably the reason why I go to see Zack Snyder movies. But at the same time, sometimes I like having a character to light it up a little bit. Not a bad thing. But he's on board the whole our DC movies don't have jokes, and
Well,
Barry Allen
fucking
the Flash
deal with it.
has lots of
Barry
jokes.
Allen is always a jokey guy.
Right.
He's always been a jokey character.
No, this one won't be.
Well, then
But it's
you're,
supposed to still be Barry Allen.
then you're
but-
fucking it up.
Yeah.
Then you're fucking it
Well,
up.
you won't be fucking it up then.
Let's go ahead and say our endings on that then.
Right.
Go check the movie out if you want to. Don't. I don't care. It's fun. It's a fun movie. Why not? Sure. I'd probably go see it again.
It's not as good as Man of Steel.
No, but I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not amazing. It's good.
Give it a month and like go look up the Batman fight scene and the Superman fight scenes like online.
Yep.
Batman fight scenes against the thugs especially was brutal and awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman being Batman. But check us out, RSGPodcast.com. Check us out on both Stitcher and iTunes. Search for RSG Podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube and the other two aforementioned locations. And have a good day.